Do not need.
Don't see that shit. Was it from?
Oh, we're on.
Right. Are we? No one's up. It's fine.
It's okay. Well, at least okay. Yeah.
That's all right.
So if anybody is watching, please let us know, guys, and
delayed, yeah.
Give us a quick intro. Should we
post where you're from? Yeah, my name's Gabriel. I'm from Birmingham in the UK. I don't know, maybe you can tell by the accent again.
And I'm Emily, and I'm from Cambridge in the UK too, in England, and we both work at Myers Pontelungo in Rome.
In Rome, yeah. Yeah. Roberta from Naples, hi.
Should I get the thingy up?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And we thought we would look at this government focus today. There's a lot to talk about in here. Hi, Michaela.
Hi, Michaela.
Nice to meet you guys.
Where is Cesena? Cesena?
Or Cesena?
Cesena.
I don't know.
Cesena? Where is that, Michaela?
Shit. Oh. I'm gonna get rid of this WhatsApp app. Okay. Down there.
Emilia Romagna. Okay.
Okay.
Should we get going?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably a sensitive topic somewhat. Certainly for us as well, I think. Okay.
Yeah. This is something that Gabriel and I usually end up talking about anyway.
Yeah.
So, do you follow politics, national and international, Gabe?
I think it's very hard not to in these days. I know. I don't even know how to begin to answer that question in a way. What do you think?
I think I don't follow politics as much as I should. I don't I don't read the news as often as I would like to. Well, I mean, I could. I'm a little bit.
Do you read more English news or Italian?
I almost never look at Italian news in Italian. I sometimes look up Italy in English. I should start reading Italian newspapers in Italian.
I've been reading Repubblica a little bit, but at the moment it just seems to be stats about the situation, which is quite depressing, I think.
Yeah.
Tell us, guys, what you read if you do read papers about politics. Do you follow international politics? Do you follow Brexit? Have you been following the situation in? Sorry, I pulled the card. But
two British people were not going to be able to do a focus on government without talking about Brexit. It's inevitable. Brexit and the coronavirus.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah. Climate change too, I think, is one of these ongoing things that it's so difficult to ignore, and it's so depressing to read every day about some poor place along the other side of the world that's burning or something.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah. Do you usually vote?
Yes, always when I can.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. When did you first vote? When was your first vote? When you were 18?
If there was, it must have been when I was 18, because there would have been, I don't remember that there were general elections that year in the UK, but I would have voted in anything. I don't actually remember, but I would have voted for anything that I could. So I would have gone to local elections.
There was a general election, the big national election, the general election in the UK in my first year at university, which was when the whole scenario with Cameron started, and it's been a downhill
in our opinion
since then, in our opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys vote?
You guys vote. Yeah.
Let us know. This is much more interesting for us also if we can interact a bit with you. So please write.
Michaela,
write to
there was a regional one in Emilia-Romagna recently, wasn't there? Quite a key vote. Did you vote?
I don't know. I wonder, was that very recently?
Yeah, it was quite. It was the big. It was kind of like a key region in the fight against Salvini, I think. It was quite recent, in February, I think.
I wonder if there were any elections scheduled over these months, local elections that would have to be postponed because of the quarantine.
That have been cancelled, yeah. Do you think, this is a big question, do you think voting should be mandatory?
Yeah, mandatory meaning obligatory. So it's a synonym of obligatory.
You have to do it.
Yeah. Should I write that in the chat? Synonyms?
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Do you think voting should be mandatory? Do you think voting should be obligatory?
So those are synonyms there. Let's cover us up again.
Yes, I follow politics about national. More interested in international politics. Yeah, okay.
And Robbie says
because of the topics. Yeah. Yes, it's kind of difficult not to in these times, isn't it?
It's difficult to avoid politics if you wanted to.
Yeah. It's in your face all of the time, isn't it? It's very present.
Yeah. And with something like the coronavirus, it all becomes almost, it's a very immediate situation. Like we feel very connected now to this ongoing situation. It's affecting all of us directly.
It makes such a difference in your immediate life, doesn't it? In your immediate, how you live your life. And there's very little else to do, isn't there? Above everything else. But constantly check the news and eat, and then check the news again and eat.
Just eating out of boredom.
Yeah.
So Michaela says she votes, but she doesn't think the vote should be mandatory.
Vote should be mandatory. Yeah.
It's a very difficult question. I mean, I don't know. I feel like before I could answer that question, should it be mandatory, I would need to do a bit more research.
I guess it's interesting because you also have the option on voting slips to effectively to cancel, to not vote for any party, don't you?
Oh, to spoil.
To spoil, I know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called spoiling. To spoil the ballot is to go and vote, but then not vote for a particular party, or to kind of to put an X where
you would
you
scribble something as a protest against your options, the possibilities. Yeah. So if voting were mandatory, it doesn't force you to choose a political party, because you would always have the option to
abstain effectively.
Is it mandatory in Australia?
I don't know.
I feel like there is an English speaking country, I think, where
it's mandatory
to vote.
Robbie, I think voting should be mandatory because citizens should have the possibility to decide about things they're interested in.
Yeah, or the
yeah.
even stronger than possibility, the responsibility
Yeah.
to make these decisions. Yeah.
Mm.
And just a note for Robbie, prepositions are always horrible in English, and it's interested in that we would usually say. But yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good sentence.
Great.
Otherwise.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of largely agree, and to some degree. Yeah. It's about citizenship, I think.
Even not voting could be a message to the government.
Message to the government.
This is what we were talking about with the idea of spoiling your ballot. So I absolutely agree, Michaela, that you have to have the option of protesting in some way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interested in, yeah, good.
Yeah, so with spoiling the ballot, effectively you're still doing a protest and sending a message to the government, but you're doing it in a kind of more official way, I guess.
Yeah.
And your statistics can be counted as a protest vote.
Yeah.
Rather than not even going to vote at all. I don't know.
Hi, Antonio. Oh, that's our student.
Antonio, hi.
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's like spoiling. So if you spoil your ballot, it's like you actively choose not to vote rather than passively not voting.
Yeah. And I think you more kind of, as you were saying, Michaela, you kind of more actively send a message to the government that I don't trust you and I don't respect you and you're not responsible for my decisions and I don't agree with what you're doing. I think if you don't participate,
if you don't participate at all. Yeah.
I don't know. But again, is it too forceful? Is it too totalitarian to make people in some way?
Yeah. Leave their houses and go
leave their houses. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe you wouldn't have to leave your house. I don't know. Maybe there'd be some kind of electronic way that you could be made to do it.
So we're talking for Antonio. We're talking about should voting be mandatory or obligatory legally.
What I mean, just aside from that as well, what age do you think voting should start effectively? What age do you think, guys?
Because it's in the UK there's been a debate recently, should you be able to vote from 16 years old rather than 18? And I think in Scotland they instituted that.
In Scotland they were doing, because there was the referendum, wasn't there?
Yeah.
The Scottish referendum, in which they did do it for that.
I think so.
They? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a whole debate around Brexit again. Sorry, but if kids of, well, not kids, but young adults of the age of 16 to 17 had the vote, demographically it could have changed the situation, and because there's something like 2 million, 3 million kids, 16 to 17 kids, 16 young adults effectively. That's the problem, isn't it? They're thought of as kids, but young adults 16 to 17 who maybe could have changed the actual result in some way. So what age do you think voting should be available from, guys? Really interested to know. I don't know. Maybe
we should move on. We don't want to turn this into a lecture.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
This is welcome to our TED Talk.
Yeah.
Have your political views changed much during your lifetime?
Tony says, yes, yes, I do.
Think it should be
Eventually,
mandatory.
yeah.
I first voted when I was 18. Yes, they've changed.
Yes, they've changed.
Hmm.
Yes, it should. Yes, they've changed. I
He's
think
answering. Yes, I
he's
do.
doing
Yes,
it.
I
Yeah,
do.
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
18. Yes, it should.
Yes,
Okay.
it should. Yeah, good. I think the degree to which I've become involved or cared has changed.
Yeah. More.
And massively, yeah. With the possibility of voting, I think, with the possibility of counting, I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. No, I think yes, similar to you. I think I care more and more. And yeah, I think I have a slightly more considered, like more well thought out position now than
something you can argue and articulate.
Yeah. And also I think I generally become more and more left wing every day.
Me too. Michaela says she's changed her political views, but not so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
In what way have your views changed, guys? So we have two phrases in English. I mean, similar to Italian, we have the concept of the left and the right. And for some reason in English, we say not only left or right, but left wing and right wing. So I'll write that in the chat so you guys can see it written. Oops, with a...
Yeah.
So...
Wing being the kind of figurative phrase for the spectrum, isn't it? Kind of...
Yeah.
As though there's a kind of line could be drawn from left to right. Left wing.
Yeah,
right wing.
wing, I suppose, like side.
Yes. Side.
On the left
on
side,
the left
on
side,
the right
on
side.
the right side.
Yeah.
Left wing, right wing.
Right, should we go on?
Let's move on, yeah.
Okay. So this is good. You guys can join in with this easily. So we have 4 words on the left, and we need to add, we'll just answer Antonia's thing. People lost trust in politicians, but politics instead is very important to society. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Michaela said more mature and more moderation.
More moderation.
Okay. Yeah. I think becoming more moderate is quite a common thing as people get older.
Demographically, it's shown that people are more central, go to the centre more as they go.
Just checking that you were in the frame. Yeah.
Yeah, and Tony, yeah, I think it's exactly the same in the UK. There's a lot of distrust. There's a lack of trust in politicians, but
and the system. Yeah, which I feel for myself. On my own part, but I still think it's essential to vote and participate.
Even more so potentially.
Yeah, you're right. If you can't trust the system and the people, then it's more important for normal people to participate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's try this one. So govern. How could we add prefixes or suffixes to the word govern, or how could we change it grammatically to form new words? So there's one obvious one comes immediately to mind, which is the name of the focus.
The name of the focus, yeah.
So we'll give you one for free, guys. Government.
Government.
I think there are maybe 3.
There are 3, I think, for each one, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got 1 out of 3 for govern. Please write to us in the chat.
Type them up if you can, yeah.
Yeah. I can think. I'm gonna write ours here.
Have a go as well.
So we got that one.
Yeah.
Well, and then we could just change it.
Is that government type? Yeah, govern. Yeah. Govern or Nate.
I'm not sure.
Governor.
Oh.
I think.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean, Michaela. We were confused for a second.
Yeah.
So your second one is good. I like that.
Yeah. That sounds
Um,
very grown.
yeah, I've had students say that in lessons. So we're looking at Francesca's answers. Governator is a great word, but it's not a word in English.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I think you're using the Italian. In English, the word is a little shorter. As like Michaela has written, it's governor.
Governor. Yeah.
Not. I love this governator though.
But anti-government, Francesca. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. That's a good prefix.
Yeah, definitely.
Anti-government. Yeah. Absolutely. Governor. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's right. We gotta.
Yeah.
Do we have to say synonyms? No, Tony, we're using prefixes and suffixes to create new words effectively off of the root word govern.
Government. Yeah.
Government.
Exactly.
Super.
Yeah. So we've got the ment suffix there, and then with governor we had the or at the end.
Government.
So a governor. Should we put these ones up? Then that'll be an example.
Yeah, I think.
Oh.
Governor. Perfect. Yeah.
I wonder if Francesca has done this before. Oh,
well done, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Government, anti-government. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, law.
The word govern has lost all meaning in my brain now. I've been looking at it for too long.
It's somebody who governs, isn't it?
No, yeah. It's just the letters have all blended in my head. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, we
focusing
should.
on a word for too long, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. A governor is someone who governs.
Someone who governs.
And just for the pronunciation, I suppose in America would say governor, governor.
Governor.
And we would say governor.
Lawyer,
lawless. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Lawyer. And then we could have, I'm going to add,
Lawless.
we could have that.
Good. Yes.
Or also with that. Yeah, good. Lawless, nice. I like a lawless lawyer.
A lawless lawyer, yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Good. So if we've got lawless, what could be, well, it's not really the opposite, is it?
It's
another adjective
mm,
with a different prefix. Can you guys think of another adjective? Lawful.
lawful,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great. And then the opposite of lawful,
Is unlawful.
unlawful.
Yeah. So what's the difference between lawless and unlawful? Oh, we got unlawful.
Lawyer, unlawful.
Oh, lawmaker.
Lawmaker.
Yeah.
Mm.
Legal is a good adjective, which is connected. Obviously, the idea of something legal is connected to. Yeah, it's another adjective as well. Yeah, yeah, that's good. So, somebody lawless. I think the adjective lawless would usually refer to a person or maybe an institution.
It could also be, I think, a situation, though, as well.
Oh, yeah.
A kind of absolutely lawless state or a lawless.
Well, that's, that's kind of what I meant by institution.
Yeah. But you could say, like, I don't know, a particular region of the world is lawless.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Without laws and without governance. But unlawful means illegal.
Mm.
It would refer to an act, an action, an unlawful action.
Something against law, isn't it? Really acting in contrary to the law. I think we're thinking about this too much.
Don't want to overanalyze. Yeah. Okay, politics. I've got an adjective. A noun. Yeah. What's the name for the person who does politics? This is quite often a mistake that students make in class. What is the profession of politics? What's the name of the job? Okay. I could only think of two.
Yeah. There must be more.
Well, I added a.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Oh, of course.
Politically, yeah.
Yeah, the politicians. Yeah, good guys. That's correct.
Yeah. I suppose you can.
And spelt correctly also by Robbie and Antonio, which is great. Politically.
Good.
Great. Yeah. What have we got?
Yeah, it's just the
adverb.
adverb. Yeah.
Polite is a very similar word, but it's not connected. I suppose we did say the activity was just to change the word.
But it's a different.
Yeah,
it's a different route, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
polite and politeness have not connected to politics really.
Yeah.
But you're right.
They're more connected to etiquette, really, rather than.
Yeah.
Polis is the root of politics, isn't it? I think.
I assume, yeah. But let's not go there.
We accept your sincerest apologies, Tony.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course we are.
What about represent, guys? Again, the person.
Yeah, which is also could also be an adjective. Yeah. Oh, this is good. You guys are quicker than us.
You guys are really fast on this. Representative. Super.
Representable.
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 Presentable,
but that's different. I mean, technically, it could be
representable. Yeah, I think it is a word, isn't it?
Someone that you can represent.
I understand what you mean.
It could be a representable community.
Yeah.
Representation, good.
Representation, yeah, well done.
Representor, I don't think is a word. A representative, because it's be the representative.
It would be representative, yeah.
Yeah, representative in English is a noun and an adjective.
And then
so you could, you could send a representative to the conference, for example. Represented, good. Past participle.
Yeah.
A representation.
Representation. No taxation without representation.
Okay, that's
good. True.
Representation. Unrepresented. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Let's go forward. Oh, I didn't realise that was there. Okay, so we need to put the words into the sentences. Do you want to read them more?
Yep. Most people consider their views private.
Okay. Give us the answer, guys, in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got views. This is a word to describe views. So you can think grammatically what type of word it has to be. If it describes a noun. We'll wait till the answer pops up. We think there's a bit of a space between when you write and when we receive your answer.
There's a short delay of their political views. Yeah, good stuff. Well done, Michaela.
Okay, and Antonio. Well, we'll speed through.
We'll speed through this, Tony. Most people consider their political views private. Good.
Okay.
2.
Talking about often leads to a heated debate. A heated debate. A debate with a lot of energy and emotion. Heated as in like hot.
A hot topic. A hot debate. Yes, very emotional. Yeah, I liked your definition. Talking about.
Oh, it could be either of those actually. Politicians or because
but
it
it's
comes from
with
government.
It's with
Yeah.
government. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Talking about.
yeah, Robbie,
government.
you're right.
Yeah.
Although
Well,
talking
another-
about politicians, I mean, is true as
That's
well.
yeah. That's equally true.
Oh, so I think she's doing number 3 now.
Okay. Was that?
Oh, maybe that was
No.
the answer for number 1. Okay, well, let's do number 3.
Oops, yeah. The new prime minister is a great of a forward-thinking.
Robbie, could you give us the number of the question
one
that
is-
you're?
The new prime minister is a great representation for a forward-thinking.
Yeah.
Politician.
Yeah, good.
Yep. Good.
Let's add those in. We'll go through quickly so that Antonio doesn't leave us. A member of parliament is for people from his or her district. So for number 4.
It's the person again, isn't it? Not kind of.
Yeah. So of the represent words, which one can be a noun? Oh yes.
Yeah,
good.
Michaela. Representative.
Yeah, great, Antonio. Yeah.
Because again, the representative is effectively the person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
He has strong
So Robbie's given us an answer already.
anti-government views. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well done.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Okay. Moving on.
Quickly. Okay, conditionals. This is always exciting. So we have the structure. They can't see the mouse, can they? We have the structure on the left of the second conditional and an example. If I won the election, I would find a solution to the traffic problem in this city, which in Rome would be very useful. So just for Francesca, for the last question, representer is not a word in English, but representative, as Michaela and Antonio wrote, the representative is the person who represents.
And make sure you're getting represent.
Yeah, careful with the spelling.
The representator is.
It's a little Italian.
It's an Italianism, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of some kind. Representer. Okay.
So number 1 here, guys. We need to. Oh, it's more fill in the blank.
It's more fill in the blank. Sorry, Tony. Okay.
We need to simply put the verbs into the right tense to complete the second conditional structure. Maybe we don't need to do all of these because it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
But let's do number 1. If Sheila, president. Yeah.
President.
Everything. Yeah. Good, Antonella. Nice to meet you. I think she just arrived.
Good. Yeah. Good stuff. Well done.
Very nice. Let's put them in. Good. So became is the irregular past simple of become.
Everything would plus bare infinitive. Good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Would being a modal verb.
Okay, number 2. If the laws about smoking, more people smoking.
Yeah. So yeah. So Antonio, we're looking at the second conditional. So because
yes.
Yeah. So
yeah,
will we use in the first conditional, not the second. Oh.
He's joking, yeah.
Okay.
If the government changed, good, would quit. Well done. Yeah.
Perfect.
Robbie, Michaela, Francesca, well done.
Okay, nice. If the governor funds, then he involved in unlawful activities. Slightly upset about the male pronoun there. But there we go.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
No.
miles away. Mishandled funds, then would be.
Yeah, good.
Good.
Yeah.
Well done, Robbie. Yeah. Well done, Antonella.
Yeah,
Yeah, Michaela.
nice. Number 4, if we... Oh, yeah, you read.
If we, no, that's fine. If we, about politics, we hear all night. Yeah, I agree with the content of that one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
good, Michaela.
Well
That's
done,
true.
Michaela.
That's correct. Well,
Yeah, Antonella.
there we go. And number 5, if I, the power, I, taxes. Okay, that's a good question. We should talk about some of the vocabulary. Yeah. And good. Oh, yeah, that's number 4. Good job, guys. So mishandled is maybe difficult to explain. If the government so funds is money.
If you handle something, you kind of manage it, don't you? And you control it in some way. You manage the funds. If you mishandle, you manage badly, or you manage in a way that's perhaps even corrupt, maybe to some extent. It could
when we're
be.
Talking about money, yeah.
Yeah. So it's managing money badly, or maybe insidiously, or something. I don't know if that's a working definition.
Something like mismanage.
Yeah, mismanage, exactly. Yeah.
Manage badly in a bad way. Yeah. You could. So I think another context is people talking about mishandling a situation.
Yeah.
If you manage a situation badly.
Yeah, to manage something. Yeah. You guys. Yeah, well done, Daniele. Yeah. Good.
Nice. We've got Daniela as well as another commenter.
Yep.
Okay.
Good. Right.
Oh, sorry. Just while we're still on the second conditional, we probably should not move on before we just talk about the meaning. So it's the second conditional. Yeah, if we had, I would love.
Yeah, good.
Is to describe a hypothetical, an imagined present situation. So we imagine that the present is different. And I know we use the past simple, but it refers to the present, not to the past. We will send your love, Antonio, to everybody. They'll be happy. Okay, whereas the third conditional, we imagine a different past rather than a different present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nicely explained.
Thank you.
If he had run for a political office, I would have voted for him.
Yeah. So both of those parts have been moved more into the past.
Into the past, yeah.
I think we're doing them. We should go this way because it's a mirror
It's that
image.
way, isn't it? Yeah. Not the future, the past. This way.
So past simple becomes past perfect, had run, and would with infinitive becomes a modal perfect. Would have, and then past participle. Would have voted.
I'm just realising you're waving.
I know. I'm pointing at my screen, which means nothing to everybody watching.
It's a lovely demonstration for me. If you're
just teaching Gabe the third conditional.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I can't not point at things. I think it's okay. Okay. So here we have some sentences. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah. It's often the conditional for regret, isn't
Yeah.
it? You often see it used with phrases of regret.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it could also be for something good. It's good that this didn't happen.
Yes,
in
that's
the
true.
past.
That's true.
Yeah. So you
It's-
imagine if something happened differently in the past and the result of
Yeah.
it, the imaginary result.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is often.
It's
for
often
regrets.
used. I think particularly with British people. I don't know. I feel like I feel like regret is a
It's a big part
is
of
a
our
big
lives.
part of our culture.
Complaining.
Yeah.
So for these 6 sentences, we need to create a question in the second or third conditionals. So I don't really know. We didn't.
Maybe we could do the first one
Yeah.
as an example.
Yeah. So create a new law. We're not imagining for number 1, we don't want to imagine something in the past. We're imagining something now, if we had the opportunity now. So we'll just bring up the answer for this one to give you guys an example.
If you could create a new law, which law would you create?
It's quite an interesting question.
What would you create?
Maybe something
Let's say it's
to do with
the UK or
recycling
something,
in the UK.
Yeah.
I think in Italy, I would maybe enforce recycling.
Enforce recycling.
In the UK, I don't know.
Enforce solar panel energy.
Oh, yeah.
I think would be I just think fitting everybody's houses and switching everything to, I mean, it's huge, obviously, but enforce private solar energy. Well, not private, but you know what I mean, for houses.
Yeah.
I
Which
think
actually our government is going the opposite direction at the moment.
Yeah.
We used to have big like tax. There used to be tax benefits and government subsidies on solar energy if you would put solar panels on your house, and they've taken all of that away, so it's now incredibly expensive to.
It's no longer. It's almost no longer economically beneficial, which it should not be the case. Solar panels overall should be more economically viable because you get a return. Obviously, it's renewable, so
yeah, it goes and goes and goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what we think. What law would you guys create if you could?
Tell us.
And be careful. When you write your answer, we would like a full second conditional sentence. So careful with your grammar. A complete sentence.
Are they replying to number 1 then? Do you think?
Oh yes,
Or
I meant as an answer to the question of number 1.
Okay. Yeah. So, guys, can you answer question 1? If you could create a new law, which law would you create?
I'm just going to blow my nose.
Okay. Yeah, if you could, that's a perfect phrasing for number 2, Antonella. Yeah, if you could be a president for the day, what would you do for your country? Or what? Yeah, perfect.
That's great. Good. Yeah. What should we put the answer up then?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys answer 1 or 2.
Yeah.
If you could create a new law, what would you create? If you could be president for the day, what would you do for your country? Or do for your country is good. Well, what would you do if you could be president for the day?
If I could be president for the day,
I feel like
at the moment, in the UK, I would shut things down.
Oh, yes.
I would enforce what's going on. I would do what we're doing here, or what is happening here. I would shut down things. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I would do at the moment.
for the virus. Yeah, act more quickly.
I think the model that's going on here is
what we need.
is what the UK needs to do, but is
faffing.
Delaying. Yeah, that very British term, faffing, meaning to do nothing or to delay,
Wasting time.
to waste time. Yes.
Yeah. Let's look at Michaela's.
I would create. Hang on. I would create a law to permit people who don't work to be more protected.
Oh yeah, Robbie's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benefits for unemployed people. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Completely agree.
Yeah.
And well formed. Yeah, just make sure it's going to be don't work in this scenario, isn't it? Because yeah.
I think that's what Danielle is asking.
Can use but yeah to faff.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's because it's, where are we looking at Robbie's?
Who do not work. Yeah.
Because it's people, so plural. Did you say that?
No, I got distracted. Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. So people who don't work, because people is the
plural of persons.
Yeah. And then Michaela.
If I could create a new law, I would forbid people to smoke near the entrance of shops, restaurants, and schools.
Okay.
They do that in the US, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. That exists in the US.
Yeah.
Let's just look at that sentence a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, careful with your structure, Michaela. So your first bit is perfect. If I could create a new law. For the second half, the would half, because this is a second conditional, it would be I would forbid.
Yeah.
So just a bare infinitive rather than a modal perfect. I would forbid, and then the verb forbid needs or a noun or a gerund. So we could say, I would forbid smoking near the entrance of shops with a gerund, with the ing form. Or we could say, I would forbid people to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
People is a noun, so I would forbid people to smoke.
Good.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
We've only got 2 minutes.
If you could be elected as a new leader, what would you do? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
Should we move down to number 4, because that's a third conditional?
The pay of politicians. The pay.
The salary.
The salary, yeah.
Yeah, the pay is good, though.
You can say stipend as well, and it just sounds a bit strange, I think. Yeah, good. Okay.
It's a good answer. Yeah, it's really good.
Well done, Robbie.
We're going to move to number 4 because this is a third conditional. So in our last minute,
can people answer number 4? Yeah.
Well, we should make the question. Yeah. So we need past perfect and then modal perfect. Should we let's just give the answer?
Yeah.
So if you had received €1 million, so we've got last year, which is why we know it's in the past, to donate to a government.
Would you have chosen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which department that means? Which department would you have chosen?
Should we do 5?
Is it better?
Give another one, yeah.
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to run for a political office in the last election, which office would you have run for?
Yeah, I don't know what office I would have run for if I had the opportunity.
You don't. It doesn't really work like that, though, does it?
That's true.
There's a cabinet.
You could be mayor. You could run for mayor.
You could run for mayor. Yeah, they're doing that at the moment.
So Antonio, careful with your grammar. It's a nice sentence, but we need it as a second conditional because you're imagining a different present. So if I
would have run for sports and events office.
Huh,
Yep.
that's good. Good answer.
Good.
We're gonna have to stop, unfortunately. It's 10 to 1.
It's 10-2. Yep.
Yeah, that's our 50 minutes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, really good examples. I enjoyed talking about this. Is just like talking effectively for me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It was nice to meet. Okay, that's better, Antonio. Yeah.
If I
And
had her,
blue has an E in English. Oh,
blue with an E. Yeah.
yeah. If I had received €1 million today to a government department, and you, yeah, good, Michaela.
I would have chosen the health department. Yeah.
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 It would have to be just another little thing for the grammar. If I had known what would happen in the future, I would have chosen.
Yeah.
So it's
that's a complicated sentence.
Yeah, really good. You did a good job of it. Yeah. Okay, bye guys.
Bye guys.
Bye, Antonio.
Keep safe.
Yeah.